be a scam artist.
That's true. And we are back here on the Trading Post, and guess what? We're being joined by Brett and Shaw from Caldwell Banker. How are you guys doing?
Man, it is a beautiful day and a warm one today. The
Yes.
sun is shining, beautiful. I was even out in my garden early this morning before we come up here. It's just such a nice day outside.
It was nice not having ice on the car and on the roads.
Yeah, we made it through there, and I think we're going towards spring now.
Yes.
And a lot of people are starting to look at spring and planning, getting out in the yard. Especially after last week, we're wanting to get out in the yards more and get stuff ready for the housing market, the big spring selling of the housing market this year.
Now, is that when y'all do most of your business, like with homeowners, with new homes? Is there springtime?
Yeah, I would say the majority of the buying and selling comes in the springtime. Every day is a good day of the year to buy and sell your house. Just the volume, the numbers of buyers and sellers are generally higher in the springtime.
Okay.
Yeah, your main market for selling is from St. Patty's Day to July 4th, within a secondary market from July 4th to Labor Day. That's your main season right there. It's St. Patty's Day to Labor Day, with the big thrust of it up to July 4th weekend.
So y'all are about to be really busy then.
Yeah, we're always really busy, but yeah, this is our busiest time. I know that just yesterday afternoon, my phone was starting to ring a lot more again, and just people getting ready to put their house on the market.
Lots of houses coming on the market. We've got a historic low on the inventory still, but even amidst that, we have lots of property coming on the market. It's just as soon as it comes on the market, it goes off the market very quickly. Those that are willing to put it on the market and go off the market data, price the property accordingly, do the things necessary to get it sold, typically move pretty quick. There's still some residual inventory out there on things that are people just putting it on the market to see if they'll get that money for it. So why not? I mean, just in this kind of market, if you don't have to move, put your price on it.
Right, that's what we talk about every week when we come in here. Sometimes it's a little difficult because all of the properties that we've managed to get on the market during the week, by the time we come in for our show, they're already under contract. Things are moving so quickly. So yeah, if you want to get your house on the market, it is a good time right now. But we did manage to find a few of them today to talk about. And our first one is over here at 30 Lakeside Drive in the Star Harbor subdivision. So just down the street from us here. And it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,280 square foot brick home. It sits on 2 lots, has an office, and one thing that you would really like this past week, and I think you're probably going to still need a few more days coming up here as spring gets kick-started, is a natural gas fireplace.
Yeah, because Star Harbor has natural gas at the road, correct?
They do. The only subdivision on the entire lake that's a waterfront subdivision that has natural gas.
No. That is not a subdivision.
Well, it is its own city.
It's its own city, which has its advantages over a subdivision. Because within Star Harbor, since they're their own city, you have your city hall, you have your own police department there, so you don't have to rely on outside police if you need a response there for anything. They have the police department right there. Their golf course is city owned, which is very nice. They have the in-ground natural gas, which is part of the development. When that city was developed years ago, that was where a lot of your executives from Texas Power and Light lived. You had the Texas Power and Light power plant over there in Trinidad. That's where a lot of the executives would live, was Star Harbor, and one of the things they insisted on was having natural gas at the road. They wanted that amenity, so that city has it. Most of your older cities in the area have the natural gas at the road, so Star Harbor, Maybank, Eustis, Kemp, Malakoff, Trinidad, they have it. Some of your newer cities, like Gun Barrel City is considered a new city around the area.
They've only been around about 50 years now.
Yeah, you can have gas, but you just need to get a propane tank dropped there and have that service via a propane tank that you'd get filled there. So
still a great option. Propane is getting to be more popular in the area, but
yeah. So you basically have like so you were saying subdivision, you have city. Most people know the difference between subdivision and city and just living out in the county. You also have another in between a subdivision and a city that's a newer type of thing, and it's called a political subdivision. Now, this isn't where your congressmen get together and use your government funds to build themselves big houses. That's probably some other word for that. This is in between a subdivision and a city, but it allows them to actually gate their roads, and they can have their own. They can have their own schools, their own private schools in there. They can have their own registered police force without incorporating as a full city. So they're a subdivision that can have some of the city amenities. It's kind of an in-between there, because typically a city, you can't gate off roads. If roads are built with public funds and maintained with public funds, they can't be gated off. So anything that's built and maintained with public funds, anybody from the public is supposed to be able to drive it any time of the day or not. Now, a subdivision that takes care of their own roads has the option to gate off, and you can have that private gated subdivision, but then you're responsible for the repair of your own roads.
Yeah, this came about a few years ago because everybody in Texas is familiar with a little city named Lukenbach.
Yep, I remember
and
Lukenbach.
Population of about 2.
Mm-hmm.
But they changed the rules a few years ago whenever you were setting up a city. The old ones are still grandfathered in, like Lukenbach, but they're not allowing people just to set up a one-horse, two-person town these days and call themselves a city. And so that's whenever this new regulation came about.
Yeah, the political subdivision, because to be a city, you have to have so many people within an area. You have to demarcate the boundaries. You have to have the people come together and petition the state for incorporation, things like that. This allows just a developer. A developer can go out there and set up this in-between from the get-go of political subdivision.
Yeah.
And so we do have one on the lake. And
we do.
That's Long Cove over here. Long Cove, if you pull up to the front gate, you'll see they're gated off. They're a subdivision, but they're a political subdivision, so if they want to, they can set up their own schoolhouses. They can have their own actual police, not just private security, a few other little things in there.
Yeah, to my knowledge, they haven't set up their own school in there just yet, but it is a very nice subdivision. They do have lots of amenities, great views, wonderful place to live here at Cedar Creek Lake.
Yeah, so there's advantages and disadvantages to every, whether you live out in the county, you live in an incorporated city, you live in a subdivision or a political subdivision, they all have their advantages and they all have their disadvantages. It just depends on what meets your needs and what best suits your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. And we may have gotten a little bit off topic here, but back to this one at 30 Lakeside. The one thing I love about this house is it's not a waterfront property, but it's just across the street from the water, and it's sitting up on a hill there, and so it still has very nice views of the lake while not being an actual waterfront property. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you mentioned or not a while ago that Star Harbor does have its own boat launch. Yeah. So if you're a person with a boat, you can still live in there and get your boat out on the water, even though it is not a waterfront home here.
Yeah, they have their own boat launch, and so you can use that as a person in the city, or they even have rates if you don't live in that city. You can go to City Hall and you can buy I guess they put it under a permit, and so you can either buy a daily launch, or I think you can buy a yearly launch pass also there if you want to purchase that, just like their golf course. If you live there, you can use their golf course, or you can come from outside the city and you can go to the City Hall and purchase a play.
Yeah, it's a great place to launch from. One of the deepest launches on the lake here, right out to some of the deepest water on the lake, being on the south side here. So people that looking to launch their boat, this might be a good option for you.
Yeah, and I know during the summer on the weekends, a lot of people like to launch their boat, jet across the lake to that dam, and then park their boat there with everybody else, park at the shore. So here you can launch right there, and you're just and you can throw a rock over there and hit that sandy shore where everybody hangs out.
Yeah, if you're not from the lake here, you may not be aware that that's one of the two main hangout spots on the lake for boaters to get together. They'll bring their grills set up, play volleyball, different things over there. Good place to hang out on the weekends.
Yeah, and you got some good deep water fishing there. I know certain species like to go a little deeper during the heat. Some of the bigger fish, a lot of the giant catfish and everything. People pulled out some monsters down there at that deep end. You get 50 feet, and even a few spots, I've been told 60 feet down there. So pretty good depth. Great swimming, great fishing.
Yeah, pretty good. And this one right here was going for $349,000.
$349 in Star Harbor.
Star Harbor, very good price.
That is a really good price. And you said that's was that about 2,200, 2,300 square feet?
Almost 2,300 square foot there.
Almost
Nice
2,300. Nice home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2 lots with a water view. You get to see that water really good from that house.
Right. One last thing on that property I don't think I mentioned a while ago is it is one of the places around the lake that it still has a well on the property as well. Now they have the city water for the home, but they have a well on the property to run their sprinkler system.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the way over. In Proverbs, Solomon talks about drink water from your own well. You know, and so there's we have wonderful water municipality districts around our area. They do great work for us. They've been just working their tail feathers off this week to help people out. But it's one of the things, you know, if you've got the place and you can have it and you got the extra nickel, I would, even if I'm going to be hooked up to the city water, I like the idea of drilling that well just so, you know, on times where if things fall apart, if things go down and, you know, they need an extra day or something to get things going, I don't have to be picking up the phone and really hassling with the water company. I can just turn on the well and be a little self-sufficient for a couple of days and let them do what they need to do.
Yeah, and this one hasn't been used for a drinking source for several years, so if anybody's interested in that, I would definitely have somebody check it out, see if you need a filter system put on it. But it is still good currently the way it is for watering the lawn, or if you're getting into gardening this time of year, it would be a good option for that as well.
Yeah, you've got East Texas Well Drilling over there in Canton. They do everything with the wells, including they have, there's the test kits that normally you go to Tyler and you pick them up for the water test. They have them there. You can purchase them and drop them off there, usually, and get that water tested, which I would do that with a well at least yearly. It's just a few dollars and just get that taken care of.
All right.
So that's a great option for $349. What do you got next?
Our next one is over at 104 Pennant Circle. This is a great 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,053 square foot home. This one's going to be located in the Mantle Manors subdivision. This home also has a one car garage and a 1-car carport. And this one's got a large laundry room right off of the kitchen. And me personally, looking at this home, if I was to live there, I would probably expand that kitchen out just a little bit into this laundry room, because when I say a large laundry room, it is a large laundry room, lots of room in it. And it's also got a rear covered patio and a huge yard for only $139,500.
$139,500, and that's a site-built house, right?
Site-built home right there in Gun Barrel City, close to everything.
Close to everything. That's the best way to tell you how to get there. It's just close to everything. Go to everything and then just drive around close. You'll find it there on Pennant Circle.
Yeah. And I got one more for you today, back in my neck of the woods over in Maybank. This is at 201 James Street. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, a little bit over 1,400 square foot with a 2-car garage. Has a shed, already has the electric system out to the shed as well, and has a sprinkler system with this home, going for $180,000 today.
$180,000 right there in Maybank. That's a really good buy. You got Maybank ISD. It's going to be Maybank Water, Maybank Sewer. Should be TXU. Well, Encore Service Area.
Encore Service. We're free to choose our power company there in town.
Yeah.
I still go with old reliable TXU myself, but lots of different options.
Lots of options there, and Maybank is just a wonderful, wonderful town to live in there. So just wonderful people, great school district. The city's been really working hard on infrastructure the last few years. So $180 for a site-built home right there on James Street. That's a good buy for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath right there in Maybank.
Right, and like I said, the last time we have data to show for Maybank, the average home was selling for about $186. I think when we get our newest numbers, it's going to be on up from there for the average Maybank sales price. So this is coming in under that. Going to be a great buy this week.
Yeah, great buy. And, you know, we're starting to see some development out there on the loop coming in. If you go up there and turn towards Dallas on 175, you see them doing a little dirt work, about ready to build something new there. So really looking forward to expansion on that loop and seeing what comes in over the next couple of years. So Maybank's a good place to get into, because as that loop develops out, you're going to have a lot of great amenities there. And plus, if you live right in Maybank and you got kids, you're right there on the loop, boop, 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 for pickup. Just high school, intermediate, elementary, just easy drop off and pick up right off of that loop.
Oh, I know. A couple weeks ago, I was having to pick up my nephews in addition to my daughter. It was quite convenient to just make the circle there and pick everybody up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really nice right there. You just work the circle and pick them up. For sports and games, you're right there for the stadium, and then for yourself, you got that park.
Oh man, we don't take advantage of it quite enough. But yeah, I live real near the park there. It's great. It's a wonderful thing to have in the city. Lots of people make use of it for, not just the games. We've got the baseball and the soccer and the football fields over there, but lots of walking trails, workout equipment, different things. Wonderful amenity for the city.
Yeah, and they just got through, I think it was last year, they redid the one bridge, and now they've redone the other one there along the creek. And right in between the two, you got that volleyball court right there, which is really nice if you're a volleyball person there. And James Street, that's within pretty good walking distance to the park. So you can either drive over there or ride your bicycle, or you can just walk out the front door, and you're not too far of a walk to it, correct?
Correct. I mean, James Street, that's part of what they call Prairie Hill, located right behind the Brookshires. Mm-hmm. And so very short drive, just come right out the back of the addition, circle right on around to the park.
Yeah, you don't even got to get out on the main highway on 198. You can just come down there. That park, I tell you, for me, that is one of the top selling benefits for the city of Maybank. That was really a great upgrade whenever they put that in. I walk in that thing. I've walked in that thing, I don't know how many times, but Mother loves to walk in that. Lots of people out there, and always friendly people in the park. Just really great place to go sit and enjoy an afternoon.
Yeah.
So, you got any other properties for us, Brett?
No, that's all the ones I brought for today. Hope to have some back later this week, and hopefully our special guest will be able to still join us later this week.
Yeah. Looking forward to our special guest on Friday, correct?
Should be on Friday, looking to hopefully get some insight into tax appraisal.
Okay. So you've got 30 Lakeside for $349, 104 Pennant for $139.5, and 201 James there in Maybank for $180. If they want to get a hold of you, Brett, to take a look at one of these properties or get their house on the market, how do they do that?
You can give me a call at 903-340-6301.
Or if they wanted to stop by our office or give them a call, how do they do that?
You can stop by our office, Heart of Gunbarrel City, at 600 West Main there. And our phone number is 903-887-7055. Just call anytime. One of our wonderful agents will be happy to talk to you.
Yeah, lots of great agents there. Or you can give me a call. I'm Shy at 903-340-6159.
Okay, y'all be back Friday with a guest.
Yeah.
We'll be back Friday.
Okay, cannot wait. So we're going to hop into commercial, but thank you guys for coming in. And if y'all want to know any more about those properties,